You are about to be really disgusted. You are going to hate this. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Turd Girl 1, and I am back with another video. Sort of, kind of. I actually don't have an agenda today, so I am just gonna kind of see what I have saved in my Instagram bookmarks, I guess. If you're watching this, it just means that I ended up finding some good content to share with you. So thanks for watching, and let's just get into it.
Hey everybody, happy Monday to you. I just wanted to come on here live really quickly and share with you an experience that I came across this morning. A lot of us like to make excuses as to why we can't work out.
Okay, I'm gonna pause this real quick because I remember what video this is. You are about to be really disgusted. You are going to hate this.
A lot of us like to make excuses as to why we can't work out, why we can't do this, why we can't do that. And I want to tell you right now, you need to just stop making excuses, because this morning a neighbor came knocking on my door. He's a 17-year-old boy, and he's standing there, and I've seen him in the neighborhood. I've seen him running before. I know he was involved in wrestling. Very active kid, and he was standing there with a blind cane. Yeah. A month ago, he found out that he was going to be going blind. I woke up one morning, couldn't see a thing. 17-year-old boy. And he was there at my house this morning to ask if one of my sons would want to be his spotting bodybuilder buddy. He's super active, and he is not letting this blindness stop him. I was like completely blown away by his commitment and his persistence to continue on with a healthy lifestyle, even though he's now challenged with blindness.
We will continue watching this video. Already, it's probably making us feel very uncomfortable that she's using someone else's misfortune as her own personal gain. Let's just keep watching. There's obviously more I want to say. Right away, I'm sure you all feel uncomfortable.
So, the moral of the story is there are things that life is going to throw at us that we cannot, there's nothing we can do about it. And so we have to decide, what are we going to do with these new challenges that we're faced with? Are we going to take them with a stride and just, you know what, this is the life that I've been given, and this is what I got to deal with? And are we going to step up our game and continue to do the best that we possibly can? Or are we going to wallow in our pity? This boy is not doing that, and that just really got to me this morning. I'm blown away by him, and he's my new person to look up to. So I just had to share that with you guys. So you think life is tough? Yes, it is. There's things that are going on in this world that are crazy, but just when you think of quitting, think of this 17-year-old boy who is now blind and nothing he can do about it, but he's persistent, and he is going to continue on with his healthy lifestyle. He's going to find a way to continue to work out, have spotting buddies, do whatever he needs to do this. So I just had to share that with you guys. Anyway, hope that encourages you and helps you to want to make good, healthy choices for yourself, and just to know that we can do this. We can be happy despite our hurdles and circumstances that we face. All right, you guys, have a fantastic day, and we'll talk to you later.
I just don't even know where to start. I already mentioned that she's using someone else's story to peddle her product, essentially. But I also think that there is somewhat of a subliminal message maybe to her downline, saying like, don't give up. this blind kid didn't give up, you shouldn't either. I feel like that's a good interpretation. I mean, I feel like that's probably there. I also have some questions about the validity of this story because she seems to have a lot of information about this kid. So it's not that I don't think she has a neighbor who is losing his sight. I think that maybe she didn't get all this information from him. I 100% believe that he came over and asked her son, like, hey, can he spot me while I do workout stuff? What is a gym? I don't know what a gym is. He might have knocked on the door, asked for her son, and she probably went and got him. And then probably when her son came back from helping him work out, she probably didn't press the boy for the story behind why he's going blind. She probably pressed her own son. Let me know what you think below. I mean, I obviously wouldn't put it past someone in Beachbody to make up a story. I feel like this is greatly exaggerated. This kid did not agree for his story to be shared this way to peddle MLM products. He just didn't consent to that, and it is not okay. Her whole tone in this video too is just really disgusting. It's this, this boy is going blind. It's so sad.
A blind cane. Yeah.
Does he want that pity? I mean, she mentioned that he's doing all these things, like he's continuing to exercise and work out despite everything. So maybe he doesn't want pity. There are a lot of blind people in this world. I don't think all blind people feel that their life is a tragedy. And that might be out of line to say. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if it's my place to say that, but the tone and the pity and the sympathy, it's not really like, that tone isn't even like she's celebrating him or having empathy. It's sympathy and pity. And when you do that, you're coming from a place of privilege. You consider them beneath you. And I don't think that that's okay. This whole video, I don't think is okay. Lastly, she's sort of shaming the rest of us who have eyesight. How can you be making excuses when this kid that is going blind is still working out, huh? He's not making excuses. I'm not really sure that that's the triumph story that she's looking for. She already mentioned that this kid was an athlete, was very active, clearly is continuing to be active while he loses his sight. If you lose your sight, you're not losing the ability to lift weights or go for a run or exercise. So I don't know that it's really the aha moment she thinks that she's giving to all of us. And also, it's none of her goddamn business why some of us don't want to work out. What is a gym? We don't want your Beachbody subscription. We just don't want it. So the video I have up now is a Monat couple. They are both in Monat, and actually the wife recruited him into the business. I saw a video from him. I believe he posted 6 weeks ago when he said that he first joined the company. I don't know how long she's been in it. I just found this video this morning and I thought I'd play it. I might look at the rest of their stuff later. I think subjectively they are a really beautiful couple. See, I can be nice, but he's going to make two analogies that I didn't quite understand. So I thought that I would share them with you and maybe you can help me out. I don't know. Help me out here.
So we are jumping on here to talk about common misconceptions about money and MLMs in general, and MLMs versus pyramid schemes, and the whole thing. So I'm gonna let Juan do this. This was his idea, and so yeah, baby, passing the mic to you.
Thank you, baby. Yeah, so there's these huge misconceptions on MLMs, stereotypes, if you may. Some are true, some are not. Today I was thinking about what's a good analogy where we can describe what type of MLM we have, right? And I thought about fast food restaurants, and hear me out, I'm not comparing Monat to a fast food restaurant, okay? Just don't go there. But think about fast food restaurants. Not all fast food restaurants are the same. You have your lower bracket like McDonald's and Burger King, Jack in the Box, Taco Bell, things like that. But then we have something like fork and salad that uses all organic local products. You have Chipotle that they actually take pride in what they're doing. You have Chick-fil-A. People love In-N-Out, yet some people would say I never do fast food restaurant, but they would be eating at fork and salad and things like that, right? So we gotta pay attention that we don't point the finger to every single MLM as a pyramid scheme.
This is actually not a good comparison at all. So what he's saying is like, we have fast food like McDonald's and Taco Bell. These are like the cheaper end fast food restaurants. And then you have places like In-N-Out. Oh my God, I never know how to say it. Whataburger. My boyfriend's from Texas and he laughed at me because I thought it was called Waterburger. Whataburger, In-N-Out, these places don't just like get frozen patties delivered to them. They get fresh patties and they make them. I think In-N-Out cuts the fries right then and there, if I'm not mistaken. So this is like fresh fast food. And then of course, McDonald's is sort of like, that whole experiment where they left fast food out and it just, nothing happened to it.
2 weeks sweaty, moldy burger in there. And the Big Mac, still nothing.
And he's like, you'll get people that don't like fast food, but they will still go to In-N-Out and fork and salad. And I think that that's a very different analogy. When we critique MLMs, our problem is the business model. We don't like that this husband and wife are not getting paid for their time right now to sit on Instagram Live. We don't like that people make more money as they recruit people. We don't like that these companies trap their recruits into the company by offering them things like cars that payments basically rely on them staying within the company. But every employee that works for a fast food restaurant is getting paid.
The second analogy I want to describe with this is a dome versus a pyramid, right? In a dome, if you have an hexagon, it doesn't matter how big the dome starts getting. Every hexagon, it's going to reach the top. Versus a pyramid, the point of the pyramid, it's always going to be there. You cannot move the point of the pyramid. It doesn't matter how big it grows, the top will always be the same. And I think that's such a cool thing when you relate Monat to the dome, because not only it gets bigger, but it gets stronger, because every hexagon it gets more support by the one next to it, by the one above, by the one on the other side or below. So it's a very supportive structure, right?
A dome still has a top. It still has a highest point. The fact that there may be more support surrounding the sides just means that there's more people supporting more people above them. It's actually funny because I was just going to kind of look up the structure of a dome. And this says a geodesic dome is a spherical space frame structure composed of complex network of triangles. You can see right here that there is a top.
One of the most amazing things that Monat has is they are building leaders, and that is so fantastic. I'm doing a leadership program with the pastor at my church, and the thing that they're doing with every single market partner, it's phenomenal. And it's not just, you're like someone's perspective that just started on the company. This is knowledge that comes from very professional, very well-trained people that have been in the market for so long. The type of education that you're getting when you sign up as a market partner with Monat, it's top of the line.
We're getting leadership tools from John Maxwell. If you don't know who John Maxwell is, you need to research who John Maxwell is, okay? And our directors of our team, they are directly one-on-one mentored by John Maxwell, and that's something that that's priceless.
Okay, who's John Maxwell? I was manipulated and forcefully tricked into the John Maxwell leadership program by strong arm tactics. I did not go through the program. I was denied a refund. The cost was $4,997. So it sounds like you can be mentored by John Maxwell. Anyone can. You just got to pay $5,000 for it. I hated the entire training experience. It was not at all what was promised in the ads, and from the guy named Blank who called me an excessive number of times to beg me to take the class. I felt like it was a drink the Kool-Aid type brainwashing seminar that was all keyed towards buying blank blank, books and other propaganda. Every day I would think, well, tomorrow will be better, but it never got any better. And there I sat next to the other lady who paid $2,000 less than me to attend. I'm very mad and disturbed by the whole show. Originally, I was excited to join and participate in the blank blank leadership course. However, shortly after I paid in full, my father passed. Since then, I had to pay for many of the funeral costs along with traveling to help my mother sell her house. On top, I am not currently employed and I need funds to help pay for expenses. I've sent in requests for a refund since July 26, 2019. No one has responded to any of my requests. I contacted the original person from the blank blank team for assistance. As of September 10th, 2019, I have not heard back from anyone. I am looking for a full refund as soon as possible. I have received approval to offer you a refund outside of the terms and conditions. You have paid $3,497 towards your certification, which you enrolled on 6/18, and have had access to all the resources. When you agreed to the terms, we invested in you. Our investment totals $800. I am able to offer you a refund of $2,697. If you agree to this refund, please reply, I agree, and I will start the refund process. I have a feeling that their upline isn't being directly mentored. I have a feeling that their upline attended one of these courses or is enrolled in a program and they have access to maybe John Maxwell's like pre-recorded speeches and lessons, and they're just passing this along to their downline. So this says, did you know essential oils provide collagen boosting benefits? 44 doesn't look too shabby. I'll block out her name, but she wrote non-toxic skincare, which also benefits your physical and emotional well-being as they absorb through your skin, being your largest organ. What? As they absorb through your skin, being your largest organ. Okay, that was a lot to take in. This one is actually true. If you put essential oils directly on your skin, they can cause a rash or a flare-up. And as a result, your skin will react by producing collagen to help speed up the repairing process.
If you're considering network marketing, it is super important that you know and understand some of the misconceptions. Number 1, pyramid scheme. The shape of an organization has nothing to do with the determination of the legality of it all. Because think about it. If you work for corporate America, y'all, most of those companies and organizations are in a pyramid structure. And I hate to break it to you, but actual pyramid schemes, illegal pyramid schemes, they don't have product or services, and they base their commission off of the number of recruits. All legal ones offer quality products or services that are sold to consumers.
Wait, I want to go back.
All legal ones offer.
Did she just say legal ones? Like legal pyramid schemes?
All legal ones offer quality products or services that are sold to consumers.
So she said that it is a pyramid scheme. It's just a legal one. Okay. I know I don't have to explain to you why a regular corporate job is not the same as the MLM business model. We've seen it. But the explanation has been said and done 1,000 times. You know, they always say that, like, oh, you're making money for someone else and you're at the bottom. But I feel like oftentimes when they speak about that, they're specifically speaking about sales. So maybe you have your CEO, then you have your vice president of sales, then you have your directors, then you have your regionals, then you have your executives, and they may have a coordinator underneath them and maybe some other independent contractors underneath them. But they forget about all these other departments that aren't really built on, you know, making money. You may have the people that work in marketing, and it's not really so much like, okay, we have the head of marketing and then she has a pyramid beneath her. She has people working on different facets of marketing. So she's going to have someone involved in social media. She's going to have someone involved in graphic design. She may have someone involved in e-commerce and web design, and all of those people are working independently. Maybe it's a team of people working collectively together to accomplish a task. And that isn't a pyramid scheme. That's not a scam. That is a good, honest job. It is putting together the brand philosophy and making it come to fruition and come to life for us as consumers. You also have your IT departments that make sure computers are up and running, and if there's an issue with someone's computer or software, they can go in and assist with that. So I don't know why they exclude that, or they fail to mention that there is a whole slew of jobs that don't require any kind of hierarchy. I don't know. I don't know.
And when you're recruiting a team, it's not based on the number of recruits, it's based off of the volume that you and your team produce. Here's the thing, you guys, they have to adhere to laws. One of them being included is providing income statements. Those have to be published. Not only that, they have to provide a way to get a refund if you're not satisfied. And lastly, there can't be inventory requirements. There can't. Check, check, check.
Okay, first of all, that is literally the bare minimum that an MLM should do. All you're saying is that these companies are walking a very fine line between what's legal and what's illegal.
Number 2, only the big dogs make money. How often does a minimum wage worker actually become a CEO? Those people work, and I'm one of them. We work very hard, we do our job well, but we're not always rewarded for that. I have to say that people who get in early or are the top dogs are the only ones that make money. Y'all, that's not true. Listen, anybody can make money in this company because it's not about the position that you're in. It's actually the effort that you put forth to reach those goals.
Okay, wait. First of all, you're not a goddamn CEO. You're not a CEO. I mean, she's right that, if you work at McDonald's, you may never become the CEO, but there's a lot of room for growth at McDonald's. You can certainly move up to management, and there is a career path you can get from working in a fast food restaurant. You have a bigger chance of becoming the CEO of whatever fast food restaurant you're working at than you do being an independent consultant for Rodan Fields. I think what she's trying to say is that she already is a CEO. She has her own business. She's not the CEO. I'm sorry, hon, you're not a CEO. And if you were a CEO, you would be able to make it your full-time job and you wouldn't have to work at whatever fast food restaurant you're working at.
Number 3, saturation. Answer this. Do you know anybody who doesn't own a refrigerator? I know I don't. But that doesn't stop GE from selling more. Saturation is impossible.
Okay, wait. When we talk about oversaturation, we're talking about the opportunity itself. So you are oversaturating your own market with more people that want to sell the same product. You're right. People will run out of their shampoo and they will need to replenish it. But when they need to replenish it, they have a whole slew of people that they can buy it from. Let's say that there's a small town with a population of 10,000 people. And Bob owns an appliance store and he sells refrigerators. And he is the only appliance store in the whole town. Everyone buys from Bob. Bob wouldn't want to ruin that opportunity by telling John Johnson, hey, you know what? I heard you needed a job. Open up an appliance store because let me tell you, I have the only one in town and I am making so much money. Because if he did that, John Johnson would then open up that appliance store and people would start buying appliances from John Johnson as well. So John Johnson tells Susie now, hey, Susie, I opened up an appliance store. I'm making good money just like Bob. You should open up one too. It's a great opportunity. So now you have 3 appliance stores in the same town with a small population, and eventually these people will not be able to sell enough product to sustain their business. It doesn't make sense. General Electric, on the other hand, is fine because regardless, appliances are being sold. People in that town still have to buy appliances. The market is now oversaturated and they can go to any store that they want. There isn't any money for Bob, John, or Susie anymore because they're only selling an appliance every once in a while versus when Bob was the only person selling appliances. But again, doesn't matter to General Electric because at the end of the day, General Electric has sold a fridge to Bob's store or John's store or Susie's store. Yes, your product is consumable. Eventually people will run out. But when they run out, Are they going to come back to you to restock, or are they going to go to their other friend that you recruited because they want to support both of you? At the end of the day, you won't be making a whole lot of product, but you will still make money if she chooses to buy from the friend that you recruited. So recruiting is really important to you. Product isn't so much as important.
There's no specific number that that you'll meet that says, whoa, you've got way too many people in this business. Okay. And here's the thing. And what I've known throughout my years being in this business is a lot of the times, a lot of people don't even really work it.
So she's been in this business for years, but she's still working her side job, right? Her fast food job.
So those people then fall off the face of the earth for their customers, and their customers have to shift to somebody who is actually working. Saturation debunked.
You got him.
Number 4, MLMs just don't work. Statistics don't lie, and grossed $35.4 billion in sales in the US in 2018. Further, more than 6.2 million people in the US are involved. More than 6.2 million people are involved in network marketing. I mean, these numbers kind of indicate that it does work, right?
Actually, that doesn't imply that at all. I was going to do some math on, how much each seller is then making in sales in direct selling, just to prove that that statistic does not tell us that it's working. But it's actually on the page that she pulled the statistic from. By dividing 40.1 billion in sales by 7.7 million direct sellers averaged 5,208 in retail sales. That tells us that they made way less in commission, because remember, they're only getting a portion of that. It's pretty much easy to argue that that statistic tells us it's not working.
If I'm being completely honest with you, the success rate has nothing to do with network marketing. It has to do with the individual and if they're actually working and they're putting effort into their business.
It is a really unfair statement to tell the 99% of people that lose money in an MLM that they just didn't work hard enough and it's their own fault. You yourself have been working this business for years and it still hasn't become your full-time job. I just think that that is something to consider.
Number 5, nobody gets rich. Okay, this might be partially true. Not everybody in network marketing does get rich, okay? But here's the thing, not everybody wants to get rich either. Some people join the business in network marketing for a shoe fund or to pay their bills. It has nothing to do with getting rich. And this is not a get rich quick kind of scenario. But I will say the 2 to 10% that are actually earning big money.
Stop. That is completely inaccurate. The 2 to 10%. First of all, big money is subjective, right? So she may think big money is $40,000 a year, which, in some communities, that's going to be a good yearly income to help, sustain someone's life. For other people, we might be looking at 6 figures or 7 figures as being a large number. So 1, that's very subjective. But 2, it's wrong anyway, because 99% of people lose money. That is a fact. You can't just throw out a statistic and say that there's a 2 to 10% people that are making big money when they're not.
But I will say the 2 to 10% that are actually earning big money are those same people who are consistently working their business. And I'm being honest, we don't measure success by getting rich or being rich. We measure success by reaching the goals that we set for ourselves, okay? Because there's a lot of people who feel they're successful in this business and it's doing its job because they're allowed or they can stay at home to be with their kids full time. That's a huge win.
She's right that success isn't always measured by finances. But in order to be able to stay with your kid full time, you have to be bringing in enough income to actually supplement the income you would get from going to a job, which isn't going to happen. It's like a bonus to working in MLM that they dangle in your face, but it's completely unattainable. So, yeah, that would be a success and that would be a win if that was possible. Even if they were able to stay home full time, being home with their child might not necessarily mean being present for their child. So they may be on their phone all day or trying to recruit and make sales and being in and out of calls or being reprimanded by their uplines. It's not the stay-at-home life that they project.
Number 6, and this is the most famous one, network marketing is a cult. Yes, are there people out there who are network marketing fanatics? Yes, there are. But the thing is, we're not a cult. We use products, we love the products, and when you love something, don't you share it? Isn't that what we all do? I don't know. Thanks for getting ready with me this morning and kind of talking about the misconceptions about network marketing, because I think a lot of you out there have these misconceptions, and so hopefully I've cleared it up. Now, if you have additional questions or you want to try and tell me that some of the things that I've said are incorrect, I'd love to have an open conversation and talk through that with every single one of you.
We compare MLMs to being a cult for very valid reasons. It's not that you don't love the products. You know, having a cult following or being a cult classic is not the same as being a cult. David Lynch has Twin Peaks, and Twin Peaks has a huge cult following. People love it. That is something that has a cult following. John Waters and Divine, like those movies also have cult followings. What we mean is that after you were recruited, it can be incredibly hard to get out of it. You get pressured and manipulated into staying longer. You get cars that in order to continue to make those car payments, you have to stay within the company. And if you do love those products, as you have said, in order to keep getting them as a discount, you have to continue to be a seller. In these MLMs, people benefit from you being in their business, being in their downline, and they're going to do whatever it takes to keep you from leaving, because if you leave, it affects them. That's going to do it for today. Thank you all for watching. Is there anything else I wanted to say? Yes. I know I upload pretty infrequently. It's been a little bit challenging because my days off have been a little bit different for the past month, but I'm hoping in a couple weeks I will be able to commit to 2 videos a week. One will continue to be that anti-MLM content, and the second video will be some kind of commentary on some stuff. If you have anything else you want to add about these videos, please leave them in the comments. I enjoy reading them. A lot of you point out things that maybe I didn't realize or didn't know. So I always like reading them. As someone who is new to YouTube, I still get butterflies in my stomach when you leave comments and when you subscribe. So thank you. Thank you for being here, and I will see you the next time I upload. Bye.